Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Tokyo for the 15th annual India-Japan Summit with his counterpart Shigeru Ishiba, a visit that goes beyond routine diplomacy to touch history, strategy and the future of Asia itself. This is Modi's 8th trip since 2014, but it comes at a pivotal moment. Delhi and Tokyo are seeking to elevate their special strategic and global partnership into a new phase of economic, technological and geopolitical collaboration. Today we look at what this visit means, how it fits into the long arc of India-Japan relations and why it could shape Asia's economic and strategic future. At the India-Japan Economic Forum, Modi struck a bold note. The world is not only watching but also counting on India, casting India as both a pillar of stability and a launch pad for Japanese companies into Global South. He stressed that capital in India does not just grow but it multiplies, and that together India and Japan will shape the Asian century. This vision rests on a long history of friendship. Centuries ago, Buddhism traveled from India to Japan, creating a spiritual bridge. After World War II, India stood out by not demanding reparations, which was quite a magnanimous thing to do. In 1958, Japan extended its first overseas yen loan to India, launching decades of development assistance that helped shape the Delhi metro, freight corridors and industrial hubs. Over time, this aid-based relationship transformed into a strategic partnership with the Global Partnership Declaration in the year 2000 and its elevation to a special strategic and global partnership in 2014 under Modi and Shinzo Abe. Later on, the Kyoto-Varanasi Partnership Agreement and the 2016 Civil Nuclear Deal, along with Japan's $42 billion investment pledge in 2022, all deepened this bond. Coming to the 2025 summit, this marks another pivot where Japan has pledged to nearly double its investment in India to $68 billion over the next decade, shifting focus from infrastructure to future industries like semiconductors, artificial intelligence, clean energy and pharmaceuticals. Modi described semiconductors as, and I quote, the oil of the 21st century, a resource India aspires to manufacture at scale, while Japan seeks to revive its chip industry in tandem with the US and Taiwan. In a symbolic gesture of this pivot, Modi and Ishiba rode the Shinkansen bullet train to Sendai to tour a semiconductor facility, underlining that the partnership is moving from steel and concrete to chips and code. At the forum, Modi highlighted India's ambitions in AI, biotech, quantum computing and space, calling them natural complements to Japan's engineering strengths. Technology of Japan and the talent of India can lead the tech revolution of this century, he said. He also announced a major policy shift by opening India's nuclear energy sector to private players following earlier reforms in defense and space. It is an unmistakable invitation for Japanese capital into sectors once deemed as sacrosanct. Talks are also underway for an economic security pact covering semiconductors, critical minerals and resilient supply chains. Now, Japanese businesses are listening with cautious optimism. Already, 1,400 Japanese companies operate nearly 5,000 establishments across India. Bilateral trade between India and Japan hit $22.8 billion in 2023-24 last year, with $21 billion being recorded by January 2025 itself. We have to note that Japan is India's fifth largest source of FDI or foreign direct investment, with $43.2 billion invested so far, including $3.1 billion just last year. Yet, the trade relationship remains a bit lopsided. India continues to export chemicals, vehicles, aluminium and seafood, but it imports far more in Japanese machinery, steel and reactors. Modi is keen to narrow this gap. Now, the partnership, however, is not just economic. Modi and Ishiba are expected to revise the 2008 Security Declaration, expanding joint military exercises and maritime cooperation in line with the Indo-Pacific framework. Both nations, alongside the US and Australia, are core members of the Quad, revived to ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific. But what is in it for Japan? For Japan, it is about countering China's rising influence. But for India, it means deeper cooperation in defense, critical minerals, and supply chains. The timing is telling. Within days, Modi will be traveling to Tianjin for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, or the SCO, where a possible meeting with Xi Jinping looms. The delicate balancing act, strengthening ties with democracies like Japan while keeping channels with countries like China and Russia open, underscores the summit's geopolitical stakes. As the summit concludes, the outlines are clear. Japan seeks stable markets, India seeks capital and technology, and both together want strategic weight in Asia. From Buddhism to bullet trains, yen loans to semiconductors, this relationship rests on trust and shared ambitions. If commitments hold, Tokyo 2025 will be remembered not as routine diplomacy, but as the moment India and Japan set out to shape the Asian century. That is all from us today. This is Garima, and you are watching the Asian Chronicle.